Hey guys, it's me. It's been a while since you've seen me in a glam. If you want to see me do this look, I did film a video for it over on my beauty channel. Hopefully that will be going up soon. So yeah. Oh, also, by the way, this video will actually be going up before that video. So, hi, hello, new hair. Yeah. Yeah, I got fresh color. My hair is still kind of sort of styled from the other day and whatnot. So this is like, today's Saturday. Got my hair done on Thursday. So second day hair, third day hair, somewhere in there. Today I'm here with a different kind of video to be doing on this channel. I've been wanting to do one of these kinds of videos for quite some time, but just have never gotten around to doing so because I would just be like, oh, let me put it off a little bit, let me put it off a little bit, and then it turns into like a big thing, and then it's just like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. This is still a big thing, and I'm like, originally was like, oh, let me put it off a little bit because I think I might still want to do a little bit of shopping and everything, but I'm like, no, you need to put it into this and do this video now. They don't need to see everything you purchase. But today I am here with a CD and vinyl haul for you guys. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with haul videos, they are things that are more so common within like the other space that I do content in on YouTube, and that is beauty content, in which you will just show the things that you have purchased or received and talk about them and show them off. I know some people use it as a way just to like show off products or to like try to make money and everything. For me, I use haul videos, like I feel like a lot of other people tend to do, as ways of recommending and reviewing products. I usually use them for reviewing products and just be like, hey, this is something that I picked up, here are my thoughts and opinions on it, moving on to the next thing. Music is more subjective than cosmetic products are going to be. Because I mean, like, for an example, like this is the eyeshadow palette that I used today. It's the Dreamer Volume 1 palette from Unearthly, if you're curious. I can't just be like, pull out like a CD or vinyl and just be like, yes, this is the outer packaging, it's super cool and everything, and then you open it up and you got these gorgeous colors. Like the shadows blend beautifully, the shimmers are very lovely and pretty and sparkly and whatnot. You can get like a really sultry look like I have today, or you can get something a bit more dramatic, even more dramatic, or you can get something more subtle and softer and whatnot. It's a very versatile color story. Gorgeous mattes, gorgeous toppers, got a multi-chrome in here, all that good fun stuff. And I also got it on sale, which is even better. And you see, theoretically, I can do that with CDs and vinyls as well. It's way more subjective when it comes to music. And then also it's definitely more so stuff for like collecting and whatnot, because that's what I do with my CDs and especially my vinyls. Like, I don't have a record player yet. That is the goal for this year, is to finally get a record player. But I have a bunch of CDs in my collection, and then I have quite a few vinyls now. And I have accumulated quite a few over the last few months. So I'm just gonna show you guys these releases. I think that this would be a fun way to like recommend music to you guys as well, kind of like with me doing my favorite music releases of the year videos and everything. Like a great way to show you guys like the types of bands that I'm into, and also just talk about how like me looking at releases online on like web shops and everything introduces me to new bands. I would have never come across these bands, some of these bands, because there are a few releases here that we have in this haul video. I had never heard of the band beforehand, but I saw it available, it was on sale, the cover art intrigued me, the sale price intrigued me. I was like, you know what, let's give it a go. Let's pick it up and see what it's about, and actually end up enjoying it quite a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and dive on into this, but before we do so, if you guys are new here to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, and also definitely give this video a like because that'll help me out a lot. All my links are down in the description box below, which are the links to my Twitter, which I don't really go on anymore, so follow me there at your own risk, my Instagram, and my beauty, fashion, lifestyle channel, so definitely check me out on those places down below if you are interested. And yeah, let's get started. The first release that we have here, this one I picked up in October, somewhere in October. I can't remember when exactly it was in October I ordered this guy, but I know it was back in October. If you watched my favorite releases for 2025, yeah, So this past favorite releases video and everything, you already know that I have this vinyl because I showed it in that video. And this is my top 3 pick for my favorite releases of the year, and that is Heretics and Lullabies from Frail. Now, I did talk more in depth about these guys in that particular video, so I'm not going to talk too much about them because I posted that video not too long ago as of when I'm filming this. I got this off of Napalm Records web shop. Technically, well, yeah, it was through their web shop, and I ordered it off of the Shop app. I am addicted to the Shop app. Not necessarily for like shopping purposes, but just browsing on there. And I was browsing on there. Their new US web shop is through Shopify, so you can find a lot of releases on the Shop app, but I think still majority of the releases are available on the actual website. That's the thing that I've noticed with the Shop app, is that sometimes you won't get the full catalog on the app, whereas if you were to go onto the website, you would have access to the full catalog from particular stores. Take the file out so that way you guys can see the inside. This is what we got going on the inside, which I really like the fact that the lyrics are inside of the gatefold. I haven't seen that before with the vinyls that I have. I have quite a few vinyls in my collection. Like I mentioned before, I don't have that many in comparison to most people and everything, but I do have quite a few. It's a growing collection. I have quite a few now thanks to the holiday season and everything, because I think I got 11 vinyls to show you guys today. But also in here we have a booklet, like a booklet, and it's just like a little photo booklet, because it's not like a lyrics booklet. It's just got like different photos in here. I know my ring light is kind of like obscuring the images a little bit, but yeah, there are just some like nice little photos in here. They all have like a very similar vibe, so I'm not going to show them all to you. And then like the back of it is just like the cover art for the album. The version of the vinyl that I got, I believe it's called the I believe it's called the red, white, ink spot vinyl, I think is what it's referred to as. This is side B, because side B just, the ink spot didn't go all the way through on side B, but here's side A. And side A looks really fun. And it's just really different. I don't have any vinyls that look like this, so that's why I was like really intrigued about getting this colorway. And then too, I also like getting the colored vinyls. For me, vinyls are very much like collector pieces for the most part for me, especially as of right now, since I don't have a record player. They're very much just like, oh, let's get the fun vinyl, because for one, it's more fun, and two, it definitely has more of a collector's feel to it than just getting like the standard black vinyl. I will say this, there was a tiny little hiccup with me getting this record, because they did send it to me. Obviously I got it, but initially they accidentally sent me the digipack copy of the album, and I was just like, this isn't what I ordered. It's significantly cheaper than what I ordered. And so I reached out to customer service, and they're like, oh, we're sorry, accidents like this can happen sometimes and everything. We'll send a new one, and we'll send you a prepaid shipping label so you can send the CD back to us. So that's what I did. I sent the CD back, and they sent me this guy in return, the thing that I actually ordered. So yeah, I was very nervous because there have been times where I have ordered things in the past and there's like a system error, and it turns out that they didn't have the item available, and so it was either like you get refunded for the item that you paid for, or they send you a similar item for the same price point and everything. Like say if it's like you order a vinyl, like for an example, I had ordered a vinyl in one particular colorway, turns out that they didn't have it available. So when I reached out to them being like, hey, my order hasn't shipped out in like 3 weeks, and they're like, okay, so here's what's up. A lot of the versions that you had ordered are not available. So would you be okay with it being in this color variant, or would you rather have a refund and everything? And I was just like, I'm okay with having it in a different colorway. So yeah. The next record that I have here, this actually just came in last night. And the reason why I'm touching on this is because it's also like a standalone record and everything. So it's the only record that I ordered from a particular web shop or site, whatever, what have you. But this is Webermacht by Folterkammer. So this is a band that I have discovered quite recently. Ordered this off of Century Media's web shop. I was about to say record shop. I ordered this off of their web shop, and originally the reason why I was eyeing this release was because it was marked down to like $15-16, something like that, and I was just like, oh, that's a good price for a record. Let me check this band out, because like the cover artwork intrigued me because it's a Baroque styled painting, and it just intrigued me. I thought that it looked cool and everything, so I was like, let me give them a go. And I fell madly in love with this band. I did not know what I was getting into when checking this band out. I did not look into anything about them. I just typed in Folterkammer, Webermacht, and just started listening to the album one day when I was working out here at home, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. They are a they are a operatic black metal band. I guess that's the best way to describe them. I wouldn't even describe them as a symphonic black metal band, because there's not really a symphonic element to their sound, aside from the fact that their frontwoman is a soprano. This album is so much fun. All the songs are centered around like dominating men, so like a Dami Mommy type of aspect to the album, and it's really fun. All the songs but one of them, which is a cover, are in German because their frontwoman is from Switzerland, and this release is just stunning. It is so good. There are some really fun things happening on this release. Highly recommend you guys check this out. I wish I would have known about this band in 2024, because I think this probably would have stood potentially a chance of making it onto my top 10 in 2024 if I had discovered it in 2024, because that's when this album came out. The version of this vinyl that I have is the baby pink version, which I think might be the only version that they have this on vinyl. So here's a little insert, get the photo of the band. Very nice. And then on the back side you have the lyrics for the album. And then here's the vinyl itself. Like I said, it is a baby pink vinyl. It is super cute, super fun, and I think that it's just also really fun to note that this is a black metal band's record and that it's a pastel pink. I think that it's super fun. So the next two vinyls that I have here, I actually got both of these from Amazon, because they actually have them for pretty good deals, and they're also like the limited edition colorways. I did not expect them to have the limited edition colorways on Amazon, but they did. This first release here, this is Wistful from Sylvain. And I really enjoyed this band. I enjoyed this release. I think that is a gorgeous release. Ghost Lost in Limbo is such a beautiful track. That is the name of it, right? It's a ghost trapped in limbo, but essentially same thing. But I love the song off this album, and I really enjoy Sylvain's music. And this is the turquoise double vinyl. So this was limited to 400 copies, and I did not expect them to have a limited edition colorway for this release, especially because like this is an older release. I think this came out in 2016. I want to say it was 2016 or 2019, one of those two. So it's been out for a while, so the fact that I was able to find a colored vinyl for this was a bit shocking to me. But then again, like vinyls have had like a resurgence of popularity in recent years, so a lot of bands are like re-releasing a lot of their releases in vinyl, so it kind of makes sense. Here's the artwork though, without like the cover on it, so you can probably see it a little bit better. And it's a bifold again. Open it up, and this is the inside. I think this one also has the lyrics on the inside too. Yeah, it does. Oh, okay, cool. So this one also has the lyrics on the inside. I'm not going to show both of the vinyls because they're same exact color and everything, but I will show one, and this is how it looks. It is such a beautiful color. Matches my hair. It is such a beautiful color. Like, turquoise is such a gorgeous blue to me. I mean, I love blues in general, but this is such a beautiful shade of blue though. And yeah, I look forward to the day to be able to spin this because just to have this gorgeous color just spinning around in my room. Oh, and I want to say this was actually a lot cheaper to get this version off of Amazon than it would have been to get the regular black standard vinyl off of Season of Mist web shop, because I was like eyeing this release on their web shop, but I want to say it was maybe like 40 bucks on their web shop. Really want to get a copy of Nova, so the next time I'm able to place like a big order on Season of Mist, I'll probably order I think it's like a clear silver vinyl for Nova. Oh, yes, that album is so gorgeous. It was like a heavy hitter for me. I think it was like 2021 when that album came out. Pretty sure it was 2021 when that album came out, and that was a heavy hitter for me that year. And then the second vinyl that I got off of Amazon is one of my favorites from last year, and this was actually my most listened to artist of 2024 as well. It's the beginning of the year. I'm still thinking like last year was 2024. This was one of my most listened to artists in 2024 and one of my favorite albums of 2024. Well, technically it's an EP, but it was one of my favorite releases of the year in 2024, and that is Winds of Disdain from Trail of Tears. They made their comeback a few years ago, and this is their first release with the new comeback of theirs, and this I am so excited about having in my life because, like I said, love this release and I love this band. I have a majority of their discography already in CD. Even though I opened it up and everything, it had like a sticker on the saran wrap on it that lets you know how limited this run is. So this here is the Red and Black Marble, and it was limited to 250 copies. There was also, I think, a Blue and Black Marble. That was actually the version that I thought that I was getting because that's what it seemed like was being marketed on Amazon, but it turns out to be Red and Black, which I was a bit bummed out about, I'm not gonna lie. But after seeing how the Red and Black marbling looks, I have several marbled vinyls in my collection. This is the best looking one that I have, but I'll show that to you guys in a moment. As firstly, I just want to show you guys the sleeve. The sleeve for the vinyl actually has the lyrics on it, and then on the back side here, it just gives you information about the band, like whom all is in it. If you're fans of Eileen Jimenez, she's in Trail of Tears. Just a little heads up for you guys. So if you've been missing her since her departure from Serenia, definitely check this out. But this is the vinyl. Like, look at this marbling. Like, bruh. This marbling is so sick. Like, it looks so cool. Like, I was expecting it to be like a very bright red with maybe like just little bits of black mixed in there. But no, it's a very dark red with some really good black marbling in it. I love it. I think it's so sick. Before I forget about it, the Trail of Tears record was way more affordable getting it off of Amazon than like a lot of the other US retailers that I saw. So I got really lucky with that because I think it was maybe like $25. Most of the US retailers are selling it between like $35 to $40. Okay, second to last web shop that we have here. So this web shop, I purchased quite a few things from, and I got these items through Transcending Records, and I ordered these off of the shop app. So on the shop app, I want to say it was the deal that they had going on. A lot of these, by the way, mind you, were already discounted. I think everything except for the CDs that I picked up were already discounted. On the shop app, that's one thing that I really like about it, and what further suckers me into it is that a lot of times there'll be exclusive deals on the web shop and everything, like spend like X amount of money, save X amount of money, or a percentage, or get like a percentage back in shop cash, which right now I have, I think, nearly $15 in shop cash. So I'm thinking like when I shop on Blast Beats Records, potentially in the future, I'm gonna use that shop cash on that just to save me a little extra money. Or maybe on like a different web shop if they have like a good sale going on and like good deal, like how Transcending Records had. I think the deal with Transcending Records, I think it was like spend, I want to say it was spend $40 or $35 and save 25. Not 25, save 20. It was something like that. Or maybe, no, it was spend 50, save 20, right? No. No. Yes? No. No, 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 no. Maybe? No. I'm doing mental math over here. It was either 40 or 50, save 20. One of those two. So my subtotal for all 5 of these releases came out to be $53.95 with $9.28 shipping. And then I had $3.87 for taxes, but then that $20 off came through and took the total down to $47.10. I got 5 releases here, 3 of which are vinyls. That is a steal. Granted, keep in mind, everything except for the 2 CDs that we have here were on sale. So let's go ahead and start out with the CDs that I got. So the first one that I have, this is, I believe, a demo from this band. And this is a band that I know a little bit about. They actually have their debut album available on Transcending Records, and I'm thinking I'll probably order it as well. And this band is not on Spotify. I'm not sure if they're on any streaming service aside from YouTube. But this is First Step to the Source from Beyond Delusion. They were a gothic metal band that came about in the early 2000s. And I believe this, as well as their debut album, are the only releases that they ever put out. Now, I do believe that there's like a spiritual successor to this band that's around. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've listened to these guys. But I saw this and I was just like, oh, okay. And it's $5.99. So I'm like, it's not a bad price and everything. And it's just like a little cardboard sleeve type packaging. And the CD itself, it's very simple and everything in terms of like the art that's on it. It's just like the eyes that's on the cover artwork. But yeah, I thought that this would be like a fun little release to have and everything, because it's like a very like obscure artist that isn't around anymore. So I figured that this would be a fun little addition to my CD and vinyl collection. And also the fact that it was only about $6, like, girl. And then the second CD that I have, this is a jewel case. I typically don't like going after jewel cases because they're relatively cheaper and everything. But I was like, you know what? This is a really cool sounding release and everything. I'm hoping I'm going to pronounce the name of this band correctly. But it is Hadean? I don't know. It's Hadean, and the album is called On Fading. And I saw the cover for this on Transcending Records, and I was just like, that's interesting. It's just a little flower. And it's always these kinds of releases that have a very unsuspecting cover art and just that on them that always tends to catch me and always tends to be something absolutely wild and magical, and that is exactly what this is. This is a progressive post-metal band, and it is fun. They can also be described a little bit as noise because it's very distorted sounding and just really cool. I really enjoyed this release. Like I said, I discovered it while browsing on Transcending Records web shop, and I was like, let me check it out. And like I said, I really enjoyed it, so I'm like, you know what, let's get it. Let's get it. It's only, what, $7.99? Yeah, it was only $7.99. So I was like, you know what, let's get it. And like I said, it is a really cool release. Definitely go check it out. Let's get on into these records. We'll start out with the one that is from an artist that I did not know beforehand. So this was one of those like risky buys and everything, but this record was also on sale for $5.99. So yeah, so this is The Rain Will Cleanse from Chrome Waves. So I had never heard of this band before, but I saw that it was a like different colorway vinyl, and like I said, it was $5.99. So I'm like, let's give it a go. Let's listen to this and see how we feel about it. And honestly, it's a really, really nice release. here is the artwork without the sleeve over it so you guys can see it better. Whenever I do have a release that has the sleeves on them, I do like to keep them and whatnot, because sometimes the sleeves do help with keeping everything together. I do have one vinyl that has a sleeve on it, but the sleeve is broken and everything. I got it from Second Charles, but I can't bring myself to let go of the sleeve because it does have like the sticker on it saying that like, oh, this is like this album's colorway and it was limited to this many copies, and I'm like, I want to keep that on there for the collector's aspect of it. From Waves, I would describe them as like a shoegazy, like post-rock, post-metal type of band. I think they even describe themselves to be like black gaze. I think that they're just a little too soft to be considered black gaze though, in my opinion, because like a lot of the black gaze bands that I know of are way more aggressive than this. I do want to say that they have the lyrics inside the gatefold here. I want to say is what's going on there, but I could be very wrong there, because I don't believe that there's like a little insert sleeve in here either. No, there's not. But let me show you this vinyl, because this vinyl is like really nice. Like, again, just a really cool colorway. I believe this is the black and navy colorway. I'm hoping you guys will be able to see it as well. Oh yeah, you see it in this angle here. Like, it's just like this really smoky blue navy, kind of marbled, kind of splatter kind of colorway. I think that is really cool looking. And like I said, this guy was only but $6. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just give this a go and see how I feel about it. I was like, you know what, I like this release. It's in a cool colorway. It's $6. Let's get it. Let's add it to the shopping cart. All right, the next album that we have here, this is, let me pull up the price points again. I want to say this was the most expensive item in my cart, yeah. So this particular record was on sale for $18.99, and it is Embrace of the Godless Aeon from Hecate Enthroned. Now, I have heard this band be pronounced as Hecate Enthroned. I say Hecate though. This is a symphonic black metal band from the UK, I believe. I believe they're from the UK, and this particular record actually features Sarah Jezebel Deva on a few tracks, and I love this release. This is a really cool black metal album, and when I saw it on there, I was just like, this is the one that Sarah's on multiple tracks, right? And it is. Like, the final track on this album, Erebus and Terror, oh, such a cool track. Such a cool song. This record's got some really cool stuff happening on it, and the fact that I was able to get it is amazing. And I'm pretty sure it's also in a fun colorway, right? Yes. Oh god, I just saw like the edge of it. I'm like, y'all are gonna flip. It's such a cool colorway. But here's like the little insert for it. So you get the lyrics over here, and then you got like the thank yous as well as like little images of the band. I think this was referred to as a red splatter vinyl if I'm not mistaken, but look at this. How cool is this vinyl? It looks so sick. Like, when I saw it online, I was like, ah, it looks kind of dark, but getting it in person and just seeing how bright it is, I was like, yo, this is sick. This is why I love the colored vinyls, because they're so fun. They're so fun. It's like a really fun way for like I don't know if the bands choose the colorways or if it's like the record labels that choose it or like promoters who choose them. But I think that like having like colorful vinyls is such a fun way to further help to like market a release and to make a release more fun and to make it more fun and exciting for those of us who are purchasing the releases and everything. It makes it more fun. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's nice having a black vinyl. I have a few in my collection. But the color vinyls are just more fun, they're more exciting. And the last vinyl that we have from Transcending Records, this is gonna set off the white palette so much. This is Beautiful Distortion from The Gathering. This is the album that they put out in 2022, I believe it was 2022. And this is also the last album that Celia has done with the band. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name correctly. They just announced that she has parted ways with the band recently, and it's definitely sad to see because she's been with this band for a long time. I did not realize how long she had been with the band. I think she joined the band, in like 2008 or 2009, somewhere in there. I didn't know that she was with them for that long. But this release right here was one of my favorites of the year that this album came out. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous album. And this is actually seeing this album up for sale on like a random ad on the Shop app is actually how I discovered Transcending Records. This one was on sale for $14.99. And it is a bifold. Oh yeah, that's right, the vinyl is tucked into the sleeve. So this is the inside. So you have like lyrics on the inside of the bifold. And then the sleeve that holds the vinyl actually has like a photo of the band, as you guys can see. I'm trying to get the glares out of the way. And then on the back, it has like the thank yous and whatnot on there. But this is the vinyl itself, and it just... this color, Americans are gonna get this. This is Velveeta. This is liquid gold color right here. Like, speaking of which, I am so sad that I never was able to get a jar of the Velveeta hair dye. I wanted that so badly. It was like an April Fool's joke that they did that like was legit. Like they were selling like Velveeta hair dye and whatnot, and it was actually a really good formula from what I heard. And I was like, you know what? Let me get that when I get the play money to do so. Got the play money, it was gone. I still am upset about that because I think that that would be fun, especially with like the color ideas I have in mind for feature this year and everything. Nothing set in stone just yet. Spitballing ideas. I'm not announcing them just yet because, again, not sure if I'm going to go through with it. But with what I have in mind, this color, like that Velveeta liquid gold, that Velveeta cheese color, would look really good with what would be going on. Anyways, stunning. Stunning album. Really fun colorway. Suits the release and everything. Just, I love it. I just realized that it's not dandruff that's on these releases. It's actually translucent setting powder. That makes me feel a little bit better. Alright, and the final web shop that I have items from, yes, there's more. The final web shop that I have releases from is going to be Season of Mist. So originally, I was going to be ordering some items off of the Shop app web shop that they have for the US, but I ended up going onto their own website because I was thinking like, I'm not seeing any particular sales happening on the Shop app. Let me go onto their website and see if they have like any discount code floating around. And they did. That were exclusive to the web shop, like the online website and everything. That isn't connected to Shopify, which I found a little bit odd, but hey, no big deal here. And the deals were even better on their actual website than they were on Shop app. So yeah, I have how many vinyls? I got 4 vinyls and 3 CDs here. Let me pull up my my receipt because when you find out how much I paid for this stuff, you will be kind of like me and be like, yo, how? My subtotal was $78.80 with $8.22 shipping. It doesn't show me any taxes on here. But then there was a 15% off discount because I think it's like if you spent like $50, you would get 15% off. And then if you hit $100, you get 20%. So since I was out at $100, I just got 15%. So that took off $11.82. So my grand total was $75.20 for all these releases. And mind you, I don't believe any of these releases that I have here were full price. I think everything was already discounted, and then like the extra discounts got added on. We'll start out with the CDs like I did with Transcending Records. So first up we have Oblation from Floor. So this is a band that I learned about just by browsing on the website and everything, because this CD was $1. Yeah, the CD was $1. And because apparently they have releases on the Season of Mist website that are for $1. And then they also have a deal where if you spend $80, like your subtotal is $80, then you can choose from a selection, like a small selection of releases to potentially get a free CD. Now, because of the fact that they had this sale going on, a CD that I did add into my cart actually ended up being full price, but it was only $6. This is a like blend of like groove metal, doom metal, psychedelic rock kind of vibes. Really cool stuff right here. And because I mean, I was just like, that's a cool cover art and everything. It's nice. It's $1. It's $1. I listened to one song and I was like, no, that's cool. Let me get it. It's $1. But I do like this release, so it's really nice. Yeah, definitely give these guys a listen. I think they haven't put out anything since this release came out, which was I think in 2017. I think it was 2017 when this release came out, I want to say. I know it was somewhere in like the middle of the 2010s when it came out. But yeah, nice little release right here. Then we have another release from The Gathering, and this is actually the first album that Celia did with the band, and this is one of the releases that they market for being like one of the free CDs you can get if you spend $80. This is The West Pole from The Gathering, and it's also in a digipack format. Oh, I forgot to open up the inside of this guy for you guys so you guys can see the inside. So this is the inside. I'm not going to show you guys the booklet because the booklet is just very much this vibe and this vibe here, so there's not much going on inside the booklet. Here's the inside of this digipack here. Oh, that's right, I forgot that it was a triple fold digipack. So yeah, you don't see these very often. And then you just got like some different colors inside the booklet happening here. It's very earth toned. It's very earthy. On the inside, you got like the whole band here. More of these earthy tones and everything. And then like the same art that's on like the CDs in there. It's on the inside of the digipack, but just in black. But yeah, so this guy was $6. And then the last CD that I have is the self-titled, I believe, debut release from Woolsect. So this is it's a black metal band. We'll just keep it at that. It's black metal. I think they describe themselves as like maybe like atmospheric death metal, maybe, possibly. That's another way that you can describe it, like a bit of like post metal and everything, like extreme post metal. It's black metal. It's black metal. We're just gonna keep it simple. It's black metal. And so this is the inside of the digipack, so you guys can see like the artwork on the inside as well as the disc. Because I view like having CDs and vinyls as having like pieces of artwork. So yeah, and then like the booklet is a very similar vibe to like the vibes that you see on the cover art and everything. So like this gaping black hole, and then like things like a volcano, I want to say is what's on the inside. Like the artwork and everything. It's either like a volcano or some sort of mountainous range. But yeah, I remember really enjoying this release when it came out and just thinking that it was a really cool release, and then I ended up re-listening to it when I saw it available for how much on their website? $4.80. And I was just like, you know what? Let me listen to this again. I haven't listened to it in a few years. Such a cool release. Definitely check this out. And those are all the CDs. So now let's get on into the mini vinyls that I have here. So we'll start out with this beautiful one. This is Spine from Merkur, and this is the silver edition. It doesn't say if it was limited to any particular amounts, but yeah, but this is the outside. It does have a sleeve. All but one of these from this Season of Mist order have a sleeve on them. I really enjoyed this album. It was really pretty and very much like a blending of what we got off of Folksånger and then what we know of her to do in general, which is like folky black metal stuff. But there's also some like really cool things happening on this album because it's like very experimental and ambient at times. It's really nice. And I mean, come on. Come on. This photo of her. Stunning. Then you got the lyrics on the other side. Not the most expensive item, but it was the second most. This record was on sale for $21. So not a bad deal for this. Not a bad deal. I would probably have made it a different color than silver. I personally would have had it be a different color than silver. I probably would have made it like one of like these kinds of colors that you see on here and everything. Like maybe like a purple marble. I think that would have been really fun for it. Obviously, I'm not in charge of the marketing team and like who decides the colors and everything, but that's just what I would have done. But I'm not complaining about it though. I'm not complaining about it being silver because again, it's fun. It's not black. It's fun. Okay, so next up we have Machinations from Hark, and this is the white vinyl, which was limited to 200 copies. This album, I believe, also came out in 2017. I want to say it was when it came out. Does it say on here? Yeah, 2017. And I remember when this came out and I was like, oh, this is some pretty cool stuff. The CD was on sale for $1. And I was like, there's also a vinyl available. How much is the vinyl? $10. $10. So I was like, you know what, let's get it. This was a cool release and everything. So here's it out of its sleeve so you can see the artwork better, which the artwork is so cool in this album. It is so cool. And it's also a bifold, but it's also different because it's long ways. Yo, like, I love that. And again, the artwork is so cool. So on this side, you get the artwork, which is just so cool. And then on the other side, you get the lyrics, which I really like this color scheme right here. I think that color scheme is really nice. And then here's the vinyl. It's just a white vinyl, but there are no scuffs, no dots on it, because I have a white vinyl and there's like a scuff on it and everything, like a black scuff on it, and it's just like, but this is like solid white. And it's just one of those little things that I will notice and everything because I have such an intense eye for detail. Like with that Folterkammer album, there are some scuffs on it and it bothers me. It bothers me a bit. I know it's not a big deal, but it's just, again, I have that attention to detail and it can sometimes ruin things for me. It can really ruin things for me, and it can also, I don't want to necessarily say it can ruin my day, but I will make sure to let people know that I am annoyed by it. All right, the second to last release that we have here, this is from Earth Electric, and this is Volume 1 Solar, and this is the green vinyl, which was limited to 100 copies. And I think this might have also been released in 2017. Yeah, also 2017. So this is it in the sleeve. So let me pop this baby out. Hark, I would say, I didn't describe what genre they make. They are very much like psychedelic hard rock, I would say, is like a good description for their vibe. Earth Electric here, I would very much describe them to be psychedelic rock. So yeah, here's the artwork here. They never did release a volume 2, I don't believe. I think they only ever released a volume 1. And then you open it up, and it is so rad on the inside. It is so cool on the inside. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. It is a tealy green. It's looking more blue on camera, but in person it looks more green. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. Oh God, I love the colorful vinyls. I love the colorful vinyls. I just do. I love them so much. Oh, that reminds me, I need to see about placing an order on Smart Records. God, I can never remember the name of the band, but the album is called Heart Rot, and there's a colorway that's exclusive on Smart Records that I really want, and it's like so pretty looking on the web shop, and I'm like, it better be just as pretty in person. And the final release, and the final item in this haul video, this is gonna be a long video. I hope you guys are happy about it. And I also paid $10 for that Earth Electric record. All right, and the final record that we have here, and the most expensive one that I purchased in this order, it was $26 at full price. Granted, it was on sale, but still, $26. And this was one of my favorite releases from 2024. It is Charcoal Grace from Caligula's Horse. This is a really wonderful prog album. It is stunning. It is such a wonderful, wonderful release. There are some beautiful things on this release. There are some heavy, crazy things happening on this release. I love this album. It is so good. And the artwork is just so cool on this release. It's so cool to me. And it is a bifold. This is the inside. Oh, let me uncover her face there so you can see the artwork some more. Yeah, and then the vinyls are on the inside. And this is the bone vinyl. Actually, let me show you guys. Not both vinyls, but just one. Because I'll show you guys the insert as well as side B and... No, not side B. C and D. Because there's a little something going on with D. But yeah, here's the insert. Which I believe just has like things, and also the lyrics are on the inside. Yeah, the inside has the lyrics. So yeah, I really, again, just really enjoyed this release. And then there's some more information on the back side. Like I said, this is a bone vinyl. So it's like an off-white color and everything. So it's kind of like creamy in color. And I thought that it was something different and everything with it being creamy. But here's the fun little thing with this. And it's on the D side. And I'm hoping I'll be able to show this off on camera. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it on camera or not. But there is... Let me see if I can bring it up closer. You guys might be able to see it a little bit better now, maybe. I don't know. But there is a pressing of the artwork on the D side of the album. And it is just so cool. It is so cool to me that they did something like this. Because I have multiple releases in my collection. And I don't think any of them have like a bit of artwork pressed into a side. And I think that is just such a fun way to make use of space that isn't being used on a record. Because I have a record in my collection where it's just like a full side isn't being utilized. So it's like there's like a huge gap that's just on like the back side of it. And it's not bad and everything that they did something like that, but it's just weird. Oh, and I put this in here so wrong. Oops. I was wondering why I was having a hard time slipping in there. That's what you said. It's not like it's a waste of space, because I mean they just didn't have enough space to completely fill it out. But when you see a band do something like that, like they press artwork onto a side of a vinyl that isn't being used, I think that it's so cool. Now, I think it would probably be a little bit cooler if it was like a different colorway, but at the same time though, I think the bone color works really good, especially when you think about like the subject matter of the release and like the art style and everything. It really adds like an extra pop and everything when you pair it with the artwork of the album. And that, kids, is the end of this CD and vinyl haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want me to do more of these videos in the future, let me know. Or was this just not for you? Was this not the thing to do on this channel? Just let me know. As you guys know, I love purchasing physical media. I love having physical media. I collect physical media. With that being said, I do plan on doing a CD and vinyl collection this year. I'm not entirely sure when it'll happen because I want to rework my storage setup for things. Once I get that situated, then yeah, I will definitely do a CD and vinyl collection video for you guys. And also when I do like reorganize like how I have everything set up and displayed and everything. It'll also allow me to be able to recatalog everything, because I used to have a catalog for all the releases that I have in my collection. Yeah, I haven't updated that in years, and I have accumulated quite a few releases over the last few years. I mean, hell, over the last few months, I have accumulated all of these. Like, it's like, what, 11 vinyls and like 6 CDs? 5 CDs? 5 CDs, right? Yes. Yes, 5 CDs and I believe 11 vinyls over the last like 3 months. Actually 2 months, because when I looked at the shop app and everything, I saw my order for the Heretics and Lullabies album. Yeah, it said that it got delivered in mid-November. So yeah, the last 2 months I have purchased a whole lot of physical media, and I still want to purchase more. I still have gift money from Christmas that I can use. I still do. And I probably will use some of it to get physical releases. I just wanted to go check out in-store places first before I start ordering more stuff. I would love to take a trip to Second and Charles while I'm on my leave and everything. I just need to... I want to have a friend tag along with me because I don't want to go by myself, just simply because it's a long fucking drive. Like, I want it to be exciting if I'm going to make that long of a drive. It's in Kennesaw. It's on the complete opposite end of town from me. I think it's like an hour and a half drive for me to get there. But they have such a good selection. I have quite a few records that I've gotten from there. But I also want to check out like thrift stores around here. And then I also found out that Barnes & Noble has a record section. And when I was looking on the website and everything, I saw that the Barnes & Noble that's kind of sort of near me is in the same plaza that I work in, which is about like 35 minutes away from me. Yeah, I saw a Cher album that has my favorite Cher song on it in a silver vinyl. I'm kind of tempted to go there to check to see if they still got it. And then too, just to see what other vinyls they have available in there, because I didn't know that they sold vinyls at fucking Barnes & Noble. And apparently Books A Million does as well. I don't know if they sell them in store though. But if they do, I definitely want to go check out a Books A Million store and peruse that vinyl section. That reminds me, I was at Walmart a few weeks ago and was just browsing through like the CDs and vinyls over there. I found Garbage's debut album inside Walmart for $30. $30 for a jewel case CD at Walmart. When I tell you I was offended. Okay, editing me here. I just want to chime in real quick since I'm editing this and just to let you guys know that a weird place that I saw that had a vinyl section was the Skechers store. That's like in the same area that I work in, as well as at Barnes & Noble. Yeah, I was with my roommate the other day and he had to run some errands out there and he had to return something to the Skechers store, and I was just wandering around trying to get myself occupied, and sure enough, I found a tiny little record section there. And I was very close to actually buying one because it was a Black Sabbath album. But I didn't do it because it just felt really weird to buy a record from a shoe store. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, and please ignore the box of Pop-Tarts that's in the background. Okay, bye-bye. Let me end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all these releases and getting like a little sneak peek into the CD and vinyl collection video. Or videos. I might do multiple videos, like one for each collection. Whenever those happen somewhere, probably in the distant future. It'll probably be around the summertime before I get around to being able to do that. Also, I hope you guys check out some of these artists if you've never listened to them before. Several of these artists I had never listened to prior to finding them on the web shops, and I just saw them on the web shop and was just like, hey, that's a cool cover art, or hey, that's a CD for $1. Let's listen to it and see how we feel about it. And it's just like, oh, I like this a lot. Let's actually get it. So definitely let me know if you guys checked out any of these releases, or if you're already familiar with some of these releases, let me know in the comments below. But until I see you guys in my next video, whenever that might be, goodbye.